Hi, I'm Sam Hornish Jr. I'm a three-time IndyCar Series Champion and Indianapolis 500 winner. And I'm just an average Joe, and I've got a game plan for life. I won the 2006 Indianapolis 500. At that point in time, it was the only time that there was ever a pass in the last lap for the win. It was the second closest finish, and for me, it was a crowning achievement as far as an occupational side of my life, because as a kid growing up, I knew that I someday wanted to race at the Indianapolis 500. The biggest thing for me after I won that crowning achievement was just, what is next? What else do I want to do? I said, I want to try something new. I want to jump in the deep end again, and I want to go over and try my hand at NASCAR. Also, at that same time, I became a father for the first time. So there was a lot of changes for me that happened at that point in time. I went through some pretty difficult times as far as being a race car driver, and I look at each challenge that has came in my racing career and I put it in perspective, and I've really tried to be able to maintain a good even balance and always try to figure out what was going to be the next thing. I look at each one of these goals and setbacks that I've had as a blessing in their own right, because some things teach me and you take away what you can do better, and the other ones you have to learn on really what you're going to try to do and basically where God wants you to be. As I grew up and I became successful, there was times where it was hard, and I don't think that it's something that you do one time. It's a giving yourself to Christ every day, because things change in your life. You wander, and the biggest thing that to me is that you want to continue to come back and to try to continue to do the right things and to move yourself along and to better yourself as a human being as you go, because it's not just okay, I did this one day and I'm going to go on and live the rest of my life. It's over with. It's a commitment that you're making to not only God but to yourself as well. I feel like one of the things that we're most called to do as men is to take care of the people that we love, and most especially our family. As I continue to try to immerse myself more in understanding what the plan is for my life and the things that I'm supposed to do, it allows me to understand where I'm supposed to be at as far as a family man and a man of Christ, and to be able to teach my kids the right things. And it's sometimes teaching your wife as well, and it's sometimes being able to see what is being taught to you from them. There's never been a time in history that's better than right now to be able to get yourself in trouble, but then again, all the answers is just as easy. I can pick out my phone, I have an app, I can go and look through any part of the Bible, I can Google search things to try to figure out, what's the answer here, and I can read through and digest and try to do it. But at the end of the day, a lot of it comes from heart and from the feeling of being able to go and to have a good sounding board of having good people around you, or even having a book to pick up, like the Game Plan for Life, and to be able to figure out this is what these things mean to it, and 80 different people can pick up that book and get 80 different things out of it. There was a pretty good time frame of about 6 months after I won the Indianapolis 500 to about a year and a half after that, of where I didn't do all the things in the right way, and I didn't do a lot of the things in the right way, but I went from really being on top of the world to really feeling like there was a lot of days that couldn't get much worse. The things that I always had to remember and had reminded me is that I had great people around me, and I had a lot to look forward to in life, and to be realistic about what things were, and to be realistic to myself on who I was. Whatever you do, do it with all your heart, is working for the Lord your God and not for earthly men. And I've always tried to think about that, but it's really hit home to me a lot lately. And a lot of times I took that as a consideration of I was going to go out there and I was going to be the best race car driver that I can be. It's not about that. It's being the best human being I can be, being the best dad I can be, trying to be the best husband that I can be. One of the tough questions I've gotten a lot lately is, what are your long-term goals? And when people ask me that question, they want to know where I want to be as far as being a race car driver. But my long-term goals are setting the right example for my wife and my children, to lead them the best way that I can to be saved themselves. It's something that I can't make any of them do. I've got to lead by example, and I think that that's the best goal that I could ever have.
Hi, my name is Ronaldo Wynn with Game Plan for Life. You just heard from Sam Hornish Jr., an IndyCar champion, a guy that's been at the top, but then also talked about how you still struggle with purpose, relationships, and then just how tying that into his relationship with Jesus Christ. Joe Gibbs has a book called Game Plan for Life. You can look at any one of those topics in the book if you want to know more detail, or you can go to our website, gameplanforlife.com, if you want to know more.